Cheryl, we've been working through our top 25 PWHL players. This has been a combined ranking with our other teammates at TSN who cover the PWHL. So now we get to reveal the players ranked 15 through to 6. And this is a fun section because we get to take a peek at who cracked the top 10. So let's start with number 15. We've got forward Teresa Vanisova. At 14, defender Megan Keller. 13, Victoire forward Laura Stacey. At 12, captain Kendall Coyne-Schofield. At 11, goaltender Aaron Frankel. 10, defender Lee Stecklein. At 9, Taylor Heisey. 8, Ella Shelton. At 7, we've got Daryl Watts. And at 6, Victoire goaltender and Renee Desbiens. So Teresa Vanisova is the only European player to crack the top 15. Let's focus in on the top 10, beginning with Lee Stecklein. We both agreed she belongs in this top 10. There's a reason the United States national team has brought her back twice to be part of their Olympic roster. The goal scoring that she's had towards the end of last season feels more of just the icing on the cake with her. The reason we believe she's in this top 10 is, of course, that defensive game that she brings.
Yeah, and I love to see her in the consensus in the top 10 because she's one of the best defenders in the world. There's no question about it. And when you watch her body of work and the way she plays the game, I mean, you look at her spacing right from the offensive zone through the neutral zone into her own zone. Doesn't matter whether she's gapping up or she's surfing. She just takes space away from her opponents. So you want to defend a rush? You have an athlete like Lee Stecklein, who's got one of the best sticks in the game to push to the outside. You talk about that in the defensive zone, pushing to the outside, the first pass. I mean, the list goes on and on with this athlete. And you mentioned it, Kenz. Now that she's just sort of getting on the board, 4 goals, 4 assists in the playoffs, most recently with the Frost, you're starting to see her activate, not be so one-dimensional, although I love the dimension of defense. She's been outstanding on the offensive blue line as well. And you can see that confidence as she's starting to jump in. But it's calculated again because she knows in her game, defense comes first. Undisputable that she belongs in this top 10.
And the minutes she logs on the ice, the minimum she has played in a single PWHL game, 19 minutes and 22 seconds. That was a game back in March against the New York Sirens, and she was just second on the team in most ice time in that very game. Okay, moving on up. Let's look at Daryl Watts. Of course, belongs in the top 10. No matter where she lands, whether it was with the Charge or the Scepters, she leads her team in goal scoring. But it's Renee Desbiens, the highest ranked goaltender that we have, sits at 6. And despite missing 3 games last season, she finished the year leading in the goals against department, save percentage, and wins. So it felt natural because of how successful she was last year to have her in the top 10.
Well, yeah, and when you look at a goaltender, I mean, they're pinnacle to your success, right? They're the foundation of your team, and you need a big game save. Well, it's going to be ARD that gets it done for you. And I know as a former defender, when you look behind you and you've got someone like ARD between the pipes, you're saying to yourself, we're good. We can move this puck out, but we know that we have someone there that's going to be a game saver, is going to be a difference maker in the net. And with her pedigree and the number of games, the number of key situations she's played in, she's not only athletic, but she knows how to get the job done. But most importantly, even when she's outside of her posts, she finds a way to make the desperation save, and that often can be in the heads of the shooters. So Renee Desbiens deserves to be on this list. She deserves to be in the top 10. And goaltender, she is the first one to crack it.
Look, I think my favorite stat that I think she cracked last year was setting the record for a Montreal Pro goaltender in our quadruple overtime playoff game where she made 63 saves. That topped Patrick Waugh's record set in 1994 when he was with the Canadiens and they took on the Boston Bruins. And so it's Renee Desbiens, Aaron Frankel, and Gwyneth Phillips as the 3 goaltenders we've listed in our top 25. Tomorrow, we will find out who makes our top 5 list and our top 25 PWHL players.